Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
Once he moves here, Tyler? All right.
They're coming for you. Yeah, they said you were too fast. You were just warned, and you're going too fast. You were done for the day.
Welcome back to the Tesla Plaid channel. Today we're headed out to Gainesville Raceway. This is a track we haven't raced on before in either of our Teslas. We've tried to make it up here before, stayed overnight nearby only to get rained out. This is a considerable drive from where we're at, but this is a premier drag strip, and you'll see even as we come in that this is a drag strip where they host big NHRA racing events like the Gator Nationals. Gainesville Raceway since 1969. We've been looking forward to coming out here to Gainesville for quite some time. It is an NHRA track, but I've been told that they're on board with the new NHRA rules that allow the Plaid to run flat out to 150 miles an hour without a roll cage. So we're counting on that today. But even if they aren't, I did just get word today from a good buddy of mine, Martin, over at the Drag Racing and Car Stuff channel, that NHRA just announced a new rule change for 2022 that allows any production vehicle after 2014 to run flat out up to 150 miles an hour. 2014 and newer cars, no cage required unless they're running under 9 seconds or over 150 miles an hour. Yeah, the Plaid does occasionally run over 150. We've been up to 153 in this car with the 19-inch wheels. All right, I like the look of this. All right, we're gonna get our tech card and get suited up to race. Much more substantial drag strip than some of the others I race at, but at the end of the day, it's all about the quality of the traction. I'm expecting them to have it in spades. Check out this 68 Rally Sport Camaro. It's got a bit of induction, I would say. I'm guessing it's going to be racing in a different class and different lanes than we're going to be running in today. The size of those slicks on beadlocks, of course. Thanks, man.
Slowest blower car in the world, baby.
What'd you say, slowest car in the world?
Slowest blower car, yeah. This thing didn't have enough power to deep stage. Kidding me? Slow.
Gainesville Raceway. Obviously, huge grandstands here. This is a full-service track, and you can see, from the size of the grandstands, luxury boxes, this is a first-class track. I just saw them spraying it with some very sticky stuff. Just take a look at the quality of the tower and everything here. It's really nice. So they've got 8 staging lanes here. 1 and 2 are a couple different pro trees. 3 and 4 are slicks only. 5 and 6 are all the street tire cars, and 5 and 6 alone. Lane 7 is bikes, and lane 8 is for junior dragsters. Looks like a couple cars are in the wrong lane already. Might be hard to find a competitive race in lines 5 and 6 today, though. That's the problem. Unless I can get a really fast car to come over to lanes 5 and 6. Like one of those, maybe. A lot of cars out here at Gainesville today. Staging lanes are full just about all the way back. Now our problem in the Teslas today is we can only run in lanes 5 and 6 exclusively. We can't run in 1, 2, 3, or 4. So how do we find a 9-second car to run against us in these lanes? Wow, check out this beautiful 70 Charger. Beautiful. Another 68 Camaro. A lot of cars here today. So it shouldn't be a problem finding a 9-second car. It's just a matter of being able to run in the same lanes as it. Doesn't help to be a second faster than every other car in the lanes you're allowed to run in. That's why I'll be running the other Plaid on this first run. At least it'll be a competitive race. A lot of Mopar power out here today. We've got a GTR back here. With a little luck, this GTR will have the mods to run 9 seconds. Hard to tell. I love this place. Right now it feels like Disneyland for a gearhead. A lot of tire on these cars in lanes 3 and 4. This late 70s Camaro here. Even a Gremlin.
What's up, my friend? Ready to rock and roll?
Absolutely.
Have some fun on a Saturday in Gainesville.
I'm at exactly 96. Where are you at?
It was 96 when I rolled in, so after cooking, it might be down
96?
1. Yeah, so.
Yep. Okay.
But
Well,
ready to go and have fun.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that orange drop top Camaro we saw with the big bug catcher on there.
Oh, what was his run?
881 lifting at 116. Both
Fast.
lanes look good. Both lanes are hooking on some of these faster vehicles I've been looking there.
All right, we'll stage it up. If he holds the light for us, we get a good launch. Go off the tree, it should be a good race.
Absolutely.
All right, man, have a safe one.
Oh.
All right, our first run ever at Gainesville Raceway. We're drag strip mode, peak performance ready. Racing another Plaid. One thing that's different here is they don't allow GoPros on the outside of any vehicles unless it's got a permanent metal mount, as if somebody built it into the car. So even with the metal tether cables, it's not enough. So we've moved our GoPros to the inside of the car for this session of racing. We've been at peak performance ready for quite some time, but we're still at 96%, which is pretty darn good considering we came from about 3.5% away to the Charger this morning. I don't know if they allow us to drive around the water box here or not. About to find out. You can see we're fully geared up today. We got a collar, we got a full head sock, SFI. Now, a lot of cars have been down this track since I last prepped it, so I'm not sure what to expect on traction. All right, we want to stage smart. There we go. All right, good, here we go. Now, I'm out on him just a tiny bit. That should be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to get past me. Yeah, we're neck and neck here. I'm out on him just a tiny bit. That should be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to get past me. Yeah, we're neck and neck here. Oh, that's a close race. It was all the way. Here we go. Now, I'm out on him just a tiny bit. That should be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to get past me. Yeah, we're neck and neck here. Oh, that's a close race. I bet you our ETs were really close. Never been out here before. It's a really long return road. Take it out of drag strip mode, it's at least an hour in the staging lanes. It's a hot one out here. In the 80s already.
9:30.
Thank you very much.
I love these cars.
A lot of fun.
Oh, so flat.
Well, my reaction wasn't great, 209, and he was actually a little better, 204. I ran a 930 to his 934, and I ran 151.1 to his 147.4. Not sure why he was down almost 4 miles an hour. That's pretty substantial. He was also down 500ths at the 8th mile. I had a 602 to his 607. We were both at 119 at that point, so it looked like his car was a little slower on the second half of the track, and that's where he lost his mile an hour, because we were really close to the 8th. It's also possible he might have let out a tiny bit early. I think he realized he wasn't going to pass me, but if he got out of it just the tiniest bit early, that might explain the 147, but no reason to. They have a really long runoff here. Plenty of time to slow down and use more regen than usual. Obviously, with these cars, you want to use as much regen as possible. We used 3% on that pass. We went from 96 to 93. There's no decimal place or fractions in that, so you don't know exactly whether there's a little bit more than 3, a little less than 3. But so I think what we're going to do is maybe hang out in the outskirts so we can try to fish for a good-looking race. Well,
That was epic. That was a side-by-side. You 60-footed me, and that was the whole race. I mean, I had a little on the tree. Nothing much there, a couple thou.
Yeah.
But your 140, I knew I got in a little late. You know how when we roll, I just felt I got in a little, half an inch or so, an inch, a little bit too far into the second bulb.
Yeah.
And that was the whole race, Andrew, I think.
But I was surprised the mile-an-hour difference. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you get out a little early? Because I know I always push mine across the finish line. Yeah.
Perhaps I may have. But yeah, 147 is way off for me.
I mean, almost 4 miles an hour on that stat. I mean, that's the only thing
3.5
that
miles an
was
hour,
a little bit surprising on that. I mean, 930, 934.
Because even at the 1,000 foot, and you were 80 and I was 84. You know, and again, that's the 04 on the 60 foot.
And on the ET as
you
well.
were 47, awesome 60 foot. So you were in the right place at the right time on that tree for the second bulb.
The 04 came all the way down through the ticket. You see it in the 60 foot, you see it in the 8th mile, you see it in the 1,000 foot, you see it in the ET at the end.
I got to get a little shallower.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe I need to leg it longer. I think you might be correct, Andrew. On the top end, I might have legged out a little earlier.
But that 400s came all the way through the ticket.
Isn't that something? The little breadcrumbs of drag racing. That was awesome, man. Boom, boom.
Cool, a lot of fun, man. It's cage, kind of chute, wheelie bars, big tire slicks, naturally aspirated. You said it's a 468 big block, and I'm going to give it the hit. So this is an all-out race car, naturally aspirated. I was able to get a big tire car to host me in lane 3. You got a grudge race set up with a car over here that'll let you run. However, I do have to share a little bad piece of news with you here in a second. Okay, I'm going to stage it up. Now I'm giving him the move, so I'm going to wait till he moves. There goes.
Don't put his run on YouTube.
If you don't want me to, I won't.
Yeah, don't put his run on YouTube.
Okay.
We've money raised.
So that piece of bad news obviously is I can't show you the race. The driver of that Camaro, nice guy, won't mention his name, asked me not to share the video of the race. So we'll look at my side of the time slip. I can't show his side, and I can't show you exactly what happened in that race, but it was a fun run. I'm hoping I got a 9.2, might be a 9.3, not sure. 9.2?
934.
934. Thank you very much. Now that's very interesting. I was in the right lane this time. The white Plaid that was in the right lane on our first race ran a 934 at 147. This ticket says I ran a 934 at 147. It didn't feel like a 147 mile an hour pass to me. It felt the same as the previous. I'll obviously watch the video back just on my side of the track and see what it looked like I was doing as I went through the traps. But is it accurate? Hard to say. On reaction time, I was about 0.4 of a second behind the other car, which is about what I expected because I did give it the hit, but I can't tell you anything else about the comparison between the two cars, the two drivers. So it was an interesting run. I had fun for sure. That car was hellacious, and we thought it would be competitive, and it was. But who won, who lost, who knows? I'm just glad I was able to make that run with him. We got a Challenger Red Eye Super Stock here, and it's on a full slick. Get those Hoosier slicks on there. Beautiful car. That's gonna make you more popular. You got the right rubber on there. I've seen some of the super stocks will say it across the back spoiler. Is that an aftermarket thing?
Yeah, it's an aftermarket thing.
Okay.
They don't signify it in any way other than beam and wheels.
I gotcha.
The way you can spot a super stock is it'll have the dual snorkel hood and demon wheels on it.
Okay. And obviously the red eye, because it starts as a red eye, and then the demon wheels and the
Yep, the badge is the same between it and the red eye.
and the dual, and that's 807, right?
Yep, 807.
One less than the demon.
Right. Yeah.
Although I got a buddy who's got a demon, and he's got a high octane tune in there, and it'll run 840 horse when he gives it, put like 108 octane or something in there to get that. And that's a quick car. You gonna tweak it at all?
Oh yeah, I've already got a 3-1 pulley and injectors and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mess with it. I'm waiting to get 5,000 miles on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same
Cool.
309 and the same 8 HP 90 trans.
Yeah, and does it have that? Yeah, the air intake thing there. Yeah. Said they won't let him run with the nitrous on, so maybe he can still run without the nitrous. I'm wondering how they knew that he even was running nitrous. Well, that's too bad. Let's see if we still beat it by more than a second, even after giving it the move. I think we might still be able to do that. So over here in the staging lanes, we were just talking about the car and the 807 horse and all that, and that the car is otherwise stock, well, except for the big slicks on the back. And he did tell me that, hey, I just added a nitrous system to it. One kit. That was a bit of a surprise. And at the same time, it's like, all right, that should make for an interesting race. Takes a good sized nitrous shot, probably 175 or more to add a second to a car that heavy. Was 4,400 pounds, I think. So that'll be my challenge to myself. Can I beat this Challenger Super Stock Red Eye 807 horse, give it the move, and still beat it by more than a second? 90 degrees out now. People sometimes ask why I wait till I'm all the way to the front of the line or coming around the corner before I put my helmet on. We can't run our air conditioning out here. Air conditioning not on. Of course, I need to react to his movement. We're in dragster mode, peak performance ready. 90% battery state of charge right now. All right, I'm not sure we're in the stickiest line here, but take what we can get. And I'm gonna stage a little deeper than usual since I've given him the move. Once he moves, there he goes. Red light. Car is really hauling here. Once he moves, there it goes. Red light. Hi there.
I didn't get the ET time, but you got the rest of it.
Oh, that's
There
interesting.
must have been a bug or something in the light up there. Or
Interesting. Okay. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Well, this ticket is all jacked up. But, if there's any question whether I gapped it by a second, I had him by a second at the 8th mile, on ET anyway. And the difference in the reactions, which even with this red light was about 0.4, I guarantee I picked up more than 0.4 in the second half. I mean, I ran a mid-9 for certain, and he ran an 11.0, so even if I ran a 950 plus the 0.4 reaction difference, that's 990 to his 11.0. So it's too bad there's no ET in mile an hour on the left side of this ticket. Don't know what went wrong there. Oh well, fun nonetheless. We got a McLaren, a Lamborghini, and an Audi R8 all on that same trailer. Hope they come out to make some runs today.
How'd you get no time?
I don't know. They said there was some problem with the timing light.
I'll tell you what.
It was a little bit.
A lot. You're a whole second faster in the 8th.
Yeah, that's a pretty big margin right
That's
there.
huge.
Yeah. Did something go wrong with your tree, or are you just trying to cut it close?
I was trying to go real close.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
0.092.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
fun nonetheless. Once you squeeze it, it can be close.
Yeah.
I mean, you get into the high 9s.
I'm thinking I had low bottle pressure, and like, you know, when I purged it, it just hung the valve open and just started spraying.
Oh, that's why he waved you off on that. So he told you had to shut the bottle off?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I was wondering how he even knew that you were running nitrous when you told me that you couldn't run it with the nitrous. Well, that explains it if your purge was stuck.
Yeah.
That happened to my buddy on just last Wednesday night. The same thing. I wonder if it's temperature related or something.
I don't know. I don't hit it all the time, so, you know, usually I test it before I leave the house, but I didn't have time this morning.
Yeah, you'd think those things would be fairly reliable. But
it's always something with nitrous. Always something.
Yeah, I ran it in a Fox body. I didn't have a perch on it, but just the inconsistency. I mean, from the start of the bottle to the end of the bottle, you know, just variations.
That's why I love turbo setups. That's why it's just
get it going.
Consistent.
Yeah. This Jeep's got an 88mm precision turbo. All right, stop me if you've heard this one before. The guy that runs the staging lanes just gave me a warning and said I can't run faster than 990 today. So I'm glad we at least got to make those runs before we got that warning. Kind of a surprise. Starting January 1st, you don't need a roll cage on a 2014 or newer car as long as it's running over 9.0 or 150 miles an hour. So we might have a little bit of a problem with that 150. We'll just have to cut it a little bit at the finish line. But some spectators here suggesting I run the Camaro, and he's running I think a high 8 out here today. We're down to 86%. Drag strip mode, peak performance ready. This Jeep's got an 88mm precision turbo. We had talked about me giving this Jeep the move, but the Jeep is running 9s. And that'll be a problem because if I can only run a 990 and I give it the move, well, then I got to run a 950 to beat it. And I can't legally run a 950 today without a roll cage. I don't need to run launch control, but I will anyway. Keep it close. Once that turbo came on in that Jeep, I had to get completely on it to catch up. And I'll tell you, that's probably faster than a 990 if I had to predict. Maybe this would be a good one to not get a time slip on. But that's going to be our last time slip of the day, so we'll take our slip, we'll go, and next time we're out here in January, we should be good with the new rule. Let's get some air conditioning going. My goodness, it's been in the 90s out here.
And 21.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. So we ran a 1021 at 140.2. The Jeep ran a 980. Hey, thanks for that race. You ran a 980.
Yeah, 982.
I told that guy with the hat, because he gave me the warning and said you can't run, you know, faster than 990. I said, well, I'm gonna just run fast enough to beat her, and I'm gonna beat her by less than half of a tenth of a second. That's what I told him. Did you see what it turned out to?
0.0495.
Yeah.
There we go.
Close. I appreciate the race. That thing is dang fast, and hopefully they won't hassle you for a roll cage at any point.
That's what she asked. She's like, have they said anything to you? And I said no. And she's like, yeah, sometimes they will, but you know, if they ain't said nothing, then there you go.
But it all changes January 1st, so we'll be good.
Well, for 14 and above.
What model year is that?
08.
Oh shoot! I assumed it was newer than 14. So you're right.
Yeah,
well,
so.
But if you're right,
okay.
Unless you get much below 9.8, they'll probably let you go.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, cool. Thanks again for the run.
Thank you.
I'll see you out here another time.
All right, see ya.
Had a lot of fun with that. Beat it by less than half a tenth of a second, which is what I told the track guy out there is what I would do. But even better, because of the difference in reaction times, I was able to run only a 10.2 to get that time. Well, it was a fun afternoon of racing. We had 4 runs. We took it from, it was 96% down to 84, so 12% 4 races, 3% per race. A lot of fun. We'll come out here again sometime.
Hey, what happened?
On that run?
Yeah.
The track guy gave me a warning. He said I can't run faster than 990. But thankfully the rule changed January 1st.
Okay, cool.
So I can run down to 9.0. Any car newer than 2014.
Yeah.
If you don't change anything, don't make any modifications, you can run as low as 9.0 or 150. It was very clear. He said, if you run faster than 990, I'm gonna have to kick you out. He said he kicked out the white Plaid. And maybe he did, because I haven't seen the other Plaid that was out here. So anyway, changed January 1st.
Cool.
See you, man.
Have a good one.
Yep. Thanks for joining us today on the Tesla Plaid channel. Call Nathan.
Hello, this is
Hey, Nathan. Are you still in the staging lanes?
Nathan.
Nathan, it's Andrew.
Hello. Hey, Andrew.
Are you still in the staging lanes?
No, they threw me out.
You know, I thought that was possible, but I hadn't talked to you. So tell me how it happened.
So I ran out the whole third run. I said, well, let me just go out the back door.
Yeah.
Ran at 9:37 with
Yeah.
an O, and got my ticket. And the woman says, they're coming for you. I go, what did I do? She goes, well, yeah, they said you were too fast. So here comes 2 mopeds with 2 officials, and you know, hey, you were just warned, and you're going too fast. You were done for the day. You need to have a license and certified vehicle, and yada yada. I said, all right, well, I apologize. I said, you know, it is what it is. So
that rule apparently changes January 1st, thankfully.
I hope so. Yeah, I like what you were telling me there earlier, and fingers crossed for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna post whatever you know, evidence I've got on that on my next video, you know, when I post this race. So what happened to me is I got to the front of the line. Nobody said anything to me all day, really. And remember, that last pass, it didn't give me a time. You know, that third run that I had no time on the slip because the timing system was wrong.
Correct. Yeah.
So I lined up a race with a Jeep that was in the lane 3. I was in lane 4. And it was 1 car behind me, but 1 car over. So just a little bit diagonal. So it was a little bit hard to like get lined up with it, right? Because it wasn't right next to me and it wasn't right behind me. It was like diagonal behind me. And it's a fast Jeep. It's got a big turbo on it. It said it was 830 horsepower at the wheel, all-wheel drive, running 9s. So okay, this could be a good race. I'll give it the move, and it'll be a close race. So I went over to the guy with the hat that was running the staging lanes, and I said, hey, as you pull me out, can you line me up with that Jeep, you know, wave that car through or whatever, just to get lined up? And he said, I can, but you can't run any faster than 990. And it's like, oh man, you know, if I hadn't gone over to talk to him, then it might have been a different story. So, but the Jeep, you know, was running in, what did it run? I think a 980 on that last pass. So, and it didn't have a roll cage. And it's a 2008. So anyhow, what I agreed to the guy is, okay, I won't run over, you know, sorry, under 990 unless the Jeep next to me does. But whatever happens, I'm not going to beat it by more than half a car length. I'll say half a tenth of a second. And that's my commitment to you. I won't run faster than half a tenth of a second faster than the Jeep. So if it runs a little faster, I might run a tiny bit faster, but I won't beat it by more than half a car. And he's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. So then we ran, and she ran a 980 something. What's the bottom number on it? Sorry, I'm going to speak at the slip here. She ran a 982 at 138, and I beat her by 0.49.
Oh wow! Nice.
And I did it by running a 10.2.
Oh,
because I treated her.
Yeah, you
so didn't make any enemies. Stayed over 990. Won the race by more, by, you know, under half a tenth of a second, whatever. But I told her right as we were about to run, I said, I can't give you the move, because if I give you the move, then I got to run faster than I'm allowed to run. So she's like, oh, that's fine. We'll just run heads up on the tree. So it was a fun race, but unfortunately, the new rule is not going to help her at all, because she's a 2008.
The year.
Yeah,
right.
2008. So for the rest of this month, Bradenton doesn't have any more Thursday tested tunes. They do have, well, I think, their street heat is the first week of January. So if they got on board with the new rule, and if this place gets on board with the new rule, Gainesville, then we could be flat out of both of them. Orlando, we're already flat out. And I'm going to just run Showtime for the rest of the month. So,
okay, friend, well, you be safe. Have a safe trip back, and we'll keep in touch.
All right. See you again soon, man.
Later. All right, Andrew. Bye-bye.